Hey guys, back for a beer review. Finally getting around to doing a taste of my cherry rye porter. Sorry, ignore the label, just didn't take it off the bottle. Yeah, it's been about 5 weeks since I brewed it up, nearly 3 weeks in the bottle. Before I open it up, I'll just tell you what's in it. So it's a half batch. It contains all Gladfields malts. So it's 2 kilos of ale malt, half a kilo of rye malt, 0.25 kilos of dark chocolate malt, 0.2 kilos of medium crystal, and 0.15 or 150 grams of roasted wheat. So the roasted wheat and the rye malt I've never used before, and I had a few issues with the mash getting a little bit stuck. Just had to keep, or not all the time, but every now and then just stir the bottom, scrape the bottom off just so that the water or the liquid could recirculate through it. And then for hops, I've used East Kent Golding, so I did 2 hop additions, one at 60 minutes of 25 grams and then another 25 grams at 5 minutes. The yeast is SO4 English ale yeast. And then lastly I put in 700 grams or 700 gram jar of sour Morello cherries. So yeah, let's crack her open. Now also, first time I've halved my carb rate, so hopefully it's only a little bit of hiss, which is good. I was finding my dark beers were carbing up too much, so I've halved the carbonation rate in, sorry, a bit of wind, in this batch. So yep, that's looking good. I think I can be quite aggressive with the pour here, and we shouldn't get too much of a head. There we go. Okay, still got a bit of a head, but not much. I'd say it's actually lower than the bubbles on the side. It sort of dips in, so I'd say it's half a finger. Very dark, but there are some ruby red hues on the outside there. The head's, I'd say it's a light beige, some nice darkly packed bubbles on the top. So yeah, just saying about the Morello cherries, I put those, I plonked everything, the whole cherries. They were pitted, or pitted, I think that's the word, so there were no stones in there. Chucked those in whole with all the liquid into a grain bag, and then put that into the fermenter for 7 days. So yeah, she's looking good. Let's dive in. Oh, there's a beautiful aroma coming off the top. I have had a taste test about a week back, and it was a bit young, so it was at 2 weeks, so this is nearly 3 weeks, so just trying to give it a bit more time in between tasting each bottle. But it's got a beautiful aroma. It's definitely got some hints of coffee there. Coffee, roastiness, getting a bit of the cherry as well. And I think the other aroma, which is like a, can't quite put my finger on it, it's a sort of toasty sort of smell, but I haven't picked it up in any of my other beers. It's probably the rye. But yeah, the aroma's really, really nice, very inviting. So this is probably one of the beers that I've done recently that I've been most looking forward to trying, mainly because it's completely different. It's based on a couple of beers that I've had over the last couple of years. One was a chocolate cherry porter, and the other beer I had was a rye porter, and I've just tried to combine it all. So it's got the chocolate, the cherry, the rye. So yeah, let's dive in, guys. Oh, that tastes really good. It was tasting good a week back, but it's tasting even better now. It's just all the different flavours have just smoothed out a bit and more balanced. But yeah, there's a real nice is roastiness. It's got roast wheat in there, which I've never used before. It's got sort of hints of coffee, chocolate, spiciness from the rye, roastiness coming probably from the dark chocolate and the roasted wheat. Rye also gives a little bit of, I was going to say slickness, but Luke from Wagon Brewing Company's pointed out a better description might be silky, so it's sort of like a silky coating on your tongue. Almost smells like it's got a bit of smoked malt or something in there. It's got a bit of a smoky edge to it. So as you can, as you've been listening, you probably understand there's quite a lot of different flavours going on in there. And yeah, that extra week is just helping to balance them out. No doubt this will actually be better with a bit more time, but at 3 weeks it's very, very nice indeed. It's about 33 IBUs, so it's moderately bittered, not too high. That was to, I found a base recipe and they suggest 33 IBUs for a porter. I just changed that recipe up and substituted some of the ale malt for rye malt. Now I'm calculating it's about 6.5% ABV. It's probably 6% from the base beer and then another 0.5% from the combination of the cherries and yeah, the little bit of priming that I did for each bottle. But I'm happy with that carbonation and the priming rate. So that's about 50% of what I normally do for like a pale ale. But yeah, it's very, very happy with that. I'll either scroll the recipe up here as I'm talking, or I'll put it in the description below. But yeah, I'm very happy with that. It's definitely a nice, it's going to be a nice beer to sip on a winter's evening. I've given a couple of bottles out to a couple of guys. I haven't had any feedback yet, but I'll try and get another couple out to another couple of guys around the country as well, just to see what their thoughts are. But I love the flavour that rye gives to the porter and the roasted wheat as well. Works really well. There's a really nice mouthfeel to it, slightly silky / creamy. A little bit of warming as you're drinking it as well. But yeah, fantastic. I'm very, very happy with that. So thanks for watching, guys. Sorry it's taken me a bit longer than I thought to put up a video. But yeah, we'll catch you next time. Cheers. If you've got any questions or comments, just chuck them below and I'll get back to you. Thanks.